Guys, if you're stuck for any car parts, give this place a call. LKQ Euro Parts. Cheapest around. Lots of branches around Dublin, Ireland, England, America. So give them a call, guys. Keep you moving.
Chair, fair play to you. Thanks for coming in, sharing a bit of a testimony with us. Will we open up in a bit of prayer?
Yeah, we'll open up and just a little word of prayer.
Okay.
Father, we come before you tonight, Lord, and we pray that you will take full control of this podcast, Lord. There's going to be people out there that are listening, that are broken, that are hurting, that are addicted. And we know, Father, that you can touch them tonight. Have your way, in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Thanks, Chair. It's great to have you in.
It's good to be here, mate. Good to be here.
I remember when I first met you, it was in Rio here in Ireland.
Yeah.
Went over to America. And booked in my head, and still got in. It was the best thing that ever happened to me going over the counter. I got touched with God, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, take us back to, I suppose, to when you were younger, how we're all starting for you.
Wow, take it
That's
back.
a long time.
A long time ago. I was around when Noah, Noah was building the ark. I was one of the carpenters on the boat.
Yeah, I think so.
But look at here, I'll take you back. It all started just across the road. That's what I'm thinking when you told me where you were having your podcast. I only live across the road. I used to live across the road in Dolphin's Barn. Just right across the road. I grew up in Dolphin's Barn and born into a family of 12. 12. 6 brothers and 6 sisters. Grew up in what we used to call the long block. And never went outside the long block, Terry. Because everything that we needed was in our block. The only time I ever left the block was when we went out to play football against other blocks in the flats. The sort of way. But I grew up with just a normal kid. Loved football. Loved it. Oh God, football was my passion. There was. Look at those guys that would put you to the sword. There was one guy you could never get the ball on. I won't mention his name because if he's looking here tonight, you think he's great and all that sort of way. But every time you went to get the ball out, you'd look and he'd boom, gone down the wing. But there was some talented footballers. But I grew up with a bunch of guys, and we had the same thing in common: football. We loved football. We talked football. We played football. We went to football matches. We trained maybe 4 or 5 nights a week together. That's when we were young. I played for the local team called Lure Celtic. Lure Celtic, brilliant club back in the day. Probably the best club in Dublin back in the day, Lure Celtic. And I remember when the manager, Dan Brady, I used to go in with a bad pair of boots. Because my man had 12 kids. I hadn't got money to buy me a pair of boots there. So I went up one Saturday and he said, "Yeah, come on over the car with me." I went over the car. He opened the boot of his car, took out a box Adidas football boots, brand new. I was like, yes! Oh, it's like Christmas. It's like for Christmas, isn't it? I opened the box, they were brand new. He said, "No, them ones are not for you, Jay. See them ones there? You just need a good clean, Jay. Get them ones a good clean." But that was the first time anyone ever gave me anything with no strings attached. Just gave me it. And then up until I was about, I'd say 16, football was everything to me. I used to ask anyone that knows me. I played in the 7-a-sides, the block leagues. I loved football, my God. When I think back, I used to sleep with a ball. Sleep with a ball, Terry. We go out at 10 o'clock in the morning into the block in the summer. And we wouldn't go in until 6. You'd have your dinner. And then after your dinner, back out, and then bam. And then 10 o'clock that night, you'd be called in. But you come in with the ball in your hand. Because that was the most important thing to me at that time of my life, was my football. And I'm going to be out straight. I grew up, we'll all say it. I know we all say it about our mothers. But I grew up with probably the best mum ever, man. Ever. I'm going to be out straight. In all the times that I knew my ma, never seen her getting angry once. And I never heard her curse once, mate. With 12 kids, my ma would get up in the morning, go into the kitchen, get the breakfast ready, get us all ready for school, and then when we come back at 3 o'clock, have a guess where she'd be? In the kitchen, getting the dinner ready. But not once there. I can say that with my hand on my heart tonight, mate. Not once did I ever see my ma getting angry.
So where does it go wrong for you, Jay? At the
I tell you where.
Football, what happened?
I tell you the raves.
Raves.
Remember the raves? Remember all that stuff?
Yeah.
Walking around with the smiley thing on your jeans, all that, the patches in the hat. What was the hat called?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the hat, but they were the English hats, they used to come down over your head.
Yeah. Flat hat.
Flat hat. Yeah, that's what it was. But look, we were living in Barn, and then all of a sudden, my dad said, look here, this is too small for us. And he put in for a house down in Charlemont Street.
Yeah.
And we moved down to Charlemont Street. And we were down there for a year or two. But once I was living in the barn, Terry, I used to see people going around that were taking drugs.
Right.
But we were all fit young lads looking after this. And I used to always say to myself, never going to end up like that. Never going to let myself get like that. I remember there was one guy, I won't mention his name. We were training and he was sitting on the side of the pitch and he was like, and I went over and I said, what's wrong with you? Is everything all right? Do you want a glass or what? Do you want a bottle of water or something? He said, Jerry, I'm sick. I said, go to the doctor. Go to the hospital and they look after me. He said, no, Jerry, it's not that sort of sickness. Right. And I said, well, what do you mean? What sort of sickness is it? He said, my body's craving drugs. It was starting, my eyes were already open because there was so much drug addiction in Dalton's Barn at the time. In Dalton's Barn at one point, nearly every single mother in the Dalton's Barn and every single father had one person in their family that was addicted to drugs. But we moved out and everything was going on. Then one of my mates, when the raves come in, he said to me one night, Jerry, you don't go one of these raves. And I went, what is a rave? He said, come, you're going to love it. And I said, yeah, okay, I'll go and give it. He said, but yeah, before we go there, you have to take one of these. And I never drank. Ecstasy. And he gave me an ecstasy tablet. And then, boom, it was like my whole world was opened up. The sort of way I'm thinking, what's the story with this thing? Hugging everyone, loving everyone. That sort of way. But that's what it was. But that was the open door for me, Terry, to my addiction. I didn't realise that I had an addictive personality, but that was the open door to me. And then one night, Terry, I was out, I was knocking out the ears, and you do, don't you? I was knocking them out on Saturday night, and I done about 8 of them that night, and I said, man, I can't go home like this. Look at me, sweating like a mad thing. Yeah. Sweat rolling out me, these things stuck to me.
Like a maniac.
Yeah, maniac, like one of them, wasn't it? But he says to me, well, come back to the Flaggers, Jerry. We all take something that'll bring you down straight away. I didn't know what it was, Terry. Right. I went back, he says, I'm just going in the kitchen. So we went in the kitchen and I could see him through the door opening there and putting it onto the tin foil, and I seen smoke. I go, what the heck is this fella giving me? And he came out and he was at the work. You remember the tutor, the tin foil? Yeah. He said, yeah, just put that in your mouth. And what do I do? He said, just put it in your mouth, and when I burn this, you just suck in. So I done that, and straight away my body, because the first time you ever took it, what's the first thing that happens to you? You get what? You get sick, don't you? Yeah. So that's your body rejecting it. Right. And I done another few lines that night, and then went into my mask, fell asleep. Instant hair. Yeah, you want to try it again. Instant. So don't do it, force trying. See how quick it can grab you? Yeah. See how quick addiction can get a hold of you? It was like a snake was at the wrapping itself around me, and I couldn't. I woke up the next morning. Yeah, that's what it was, because it made me feel so calm, so relaxed. So at peace with myself. What a lie, eh? What a lie, mate. But I knocked over to him and I knocked at his door, and I said to him, is there any other way that you can get this into you quicker? He said, you can mainline it. I said, what do you mean mainline? He said, you put it into a syringe, you put it in your arm, you push it in your mainline. I went, okay, I want to try that. He goes, okay, Jerry, try that with you. So I went, okay. That done me for 2 days. 2 days. Another 2 days, I went back out to his gaffer, says, there has to be another way of getting this. There has to be a quicker way of getting this stuff into you. Yeah. And he says, Jerry, that is. It's called mainline. So that was the skin pop. No, the skin pop was the thing, and the main line is intravenous into the veins there, innit? Yeah. He said, but Jerry, I'm warning you, because once you go this route, you're probably no turning back. And I went, that couldn't be that bad. Yeah. That sort of way. Innocent. Innocent, because I never took drugs. No one in my family ever took drugs. My family were drinkers, Terry. Christmas, Halloween, New Year's Eve, all drinkers, all workers, all good workers. You know, but once I got that, Terry, 15 years of my life, boom, just ended up madness. In and out of prison, homeless, doing mad stuff. You know, ripping off Paul to pay Peter. You know that sort of way. As you probably see, I don't know if you can see, I have a scar here on the side of my face. That was a Stanley blade. Where I was at the doing a rip, a load of yardies on Tottenham Court Road, and you rip off the yardies, you're lucky to make it out the other side of life, Terry. You know that sort of way. So they came, they grabbed me, and they went for me jugular. Yeah, they were going to kill me that night because they didn't want the word getting around King's Cross or Soho or Leicester Square that they were at the being robbed and they didn't do anything about it. You know that sort of way. So when I look back, I know it was God that had stopped them from doing that there. And then I spent, you know, you come to there. You have the good times in your addiction where you have loads. Where you have loads, Terry. But then you start to come down, deteriorate. You know, and I went from a healthy guy like yourself, 13 stone, training every night, love football, went down to nothing.
To just go to a bed and take a tablet, that was the start.
Terry, you just hit the nail on the head, mate.
The high, you have to come down off the high.
Yeah. I went that high that I just wanted to, I wanted to come down. I had to get off that. I just didn't want to be like that anymore. And then when I went back and took it, that was instant addiction, Terry. Instant. Ruined my life. Ruined my life. For most people around the area, I tell you, I had a good career ahead of me. Probably wouldn't have made it to England, but I would have definitely made it to the championship or maybe League of Ireland full time. But that was all
gone.
Yes, in one stupid choice. One stupid choice. What was I missing? Was it that I wanted to fit in? You know, because you are who you hang around with, right? You know, you are who you hang around with. If I hang around with good people, well, that's going to rub off on me, Terry. If I hang around with people that are doing things more than likely, but yourself as well, you know, that's sort of the way, Terry.
Same there. No different. So you went through years then of addiction there, and then what was the step? How did you find?
I'm gonna tell you, Terry.
Step that changed it.
I tell you, right. I used to be in a place called King's Cross. It was probably the roughest area in the 90s. There were so many people getting killed, getting chopped up, getting dying. You know, people walking down into the tube, throwing themselves in front of the tube. You're probably there yourself there.
Once or twice.
You know, throwing themselves in the front of the tube, or you know, thinking that was the only way out of the hopelessness that they were in, the addiction that they were in. But I remember walking by King's Cross one night, out of my head, and I heard somebody saying, "If you're walking by here now, and you're a drug addict, Jesus Christ can set you free." And instantly, if I could get up and walk, it stopped me in my tracks. And I went, "What did he just say? Jesus can set you free." And it was a guy called Stephen Walters, you probably know him. A guy called Stephen, and he was bopping around, Terry, the sweat was pumping out of him, and he was like, I have to talk to this guy after this, I have to see what he's on. You know the drug addict mentality. You might be fooling all these people, mate, but you're not fooling me. I know you're on something. You know the way we go into the mall, don't we do this fella think he is, you know, that's what. So when he stopped testifying, I went over to him, I said, "How are you? My name is Jerry, and nice to meet you." I said, "What's your name?" He said, "Stephen." I said, "You don't mind me asking you?" And I got real close to him. I said, "You know what, you might be fooling all these, mate." I said, "But you're not fooling me." I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "You're not fooling me." I said, "What are you taking?" I said, "What do you mean, what am I taking?" I said, "You haven't been bouncing around there for the last hour, mate, running up and down. Look at the sweat pulling in. You have to be taking something. You have to be taking E or speed or something." And he went, "Holy Spirit." I went, "Oh, good luck, mate. Look about that. You're one of them reborn Christians. You're one of them head cases." You know that sort of way. But every week, Terry, no matter where I was in London, there was something went off in my mind. Back to King's Cross. Back to King's Cross. I could be miles away.
And that attracted.
And that would trigger in my mind. I need to go back to King's Cross, there's something's happening there. Something's happening there. And then for a couple of weeks, I kept going back to King's Cross, kept going back to King's Cross, kept going back to King's Cross. And then one day he came over Jay and said, "Yeah, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired." I said, "What?" He said, "Are you not sick and tired of being sick and tired, living on the streets, sleeping on the streets? Look at you." Because I was in a bad way. I was in a bad way, Terry. It was at my addiction took me to the stage where, oh God, I was 25, 30 years of age. You know that I was coming to the end. I didn't know, but I was coming to the end, Terry. You know that sort of way. And my addiction took me to a place where I was sitting outside shops in Oxford Street, begging, asking people any spare change for the homeless. You know that sort of way, and that kept me there for 3 years. But I said to him, I said, "Stephen, you know what?" I said, "I'm going to give it a chance." I said, "I'll be into you on Monday. I'll be into you on Monday. I'll be into you on Monday." And I went on a mad one. Because you know when you're going into a rehab, what do?
You get low drugs.
You want to go, but if I'm going into a rehab here, mate, giving up everything. Here, Terry, giving up everything for life. I'm going to get a load of it and just go on a mad one and then go in. You know that sort of way. So after we were at the bin on the binge and the crack, I was walking by a little fella called Shorty, about 4'6". That's why we called him Shorty. You know, and the Lord used him. We were walking by the house that he had on King's Cross. And he says to me, "Jay, you know what the place in there is?" I said, "No, what is it?" He goes, "It's a place called Victory Outreach. They take drug addicts off the streets and help them." I went, okay, I'm listening now. So I rang Stephen up and I said, "Stephen, you know what? I'm willing to give this place a chance. When can I go?" And what did he say? "Come straight away. Come straight away, Pete." And I said, "I can go today." He goes, "Come today." I went in, had a shower. He said, "Jay, you need to go and have a shower." So, you know, had a beard down to here. My hair was all, I know it doesn't look like it now, but I did have hair at one stage, you know that sort of way. So I went up, had a shower. He said, "Is it okay if we bring you into a room?" I said, "What do you bring me into a room for?" "Because we want to pray for you." I said, "Cool, yeah, bring me into a room, pray for me." But you know what, Terry? And this is me sharing my faith. 15 guys got around me that night. 15 guys, and one guy in that circle had the faith to believe that when he prayed for me, that I was going to be delivered. Everything. From all my drugs. I went in with 5 addictions. I went in with more habits than a nun. That's what he told me. But I woke up the next morning, Terry, and I was sitting at the breakfast table, and then that night, sitting at the dinner table with a smile on my face. I'm thinking, what are all these boys looking at me for? They're all staring me over and going, "Stop something on me." Something on my face. And the fella across the table from me, a guy called Mark from Ireland. I said, "Mark," I said, "Jerry, I know. I said, Mark, I should be crawling the walls now. I should be up in the bed sick. I should be under the covers shaking from my withdrawals." I said, "What happened? What's happening to me?" He says, First time I ever tried that. First time I ever tried getting off it. Look at here and got. Yeah, of course it is there. And today I'm 23 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
23 years, mate. Even when I think about it. From the street, from the gutter. From the gutter, Terry. From the gutter. You know, from stinking, my life finished, gone. Climbed up on buildings, Terry. Climbed up on buildings, I feel emotional there, because I climbed up on buildings in King's Cross and stood out and wanted to kill myself. I remember going back one year in Camden Town. I was with a girl. We were after making a killing before the Christmas. So we got nearly 5,000, 6,000 pound worth of drugs just to do us over Christmas. Woke up on Christmas morning. Not a thing. Gone. One can of cider left. One can of cider left, Eddie. And I said, "You know what? Finish this can of cider." Opened the window on the 3rd floor. Opened the window. There was a heater there. Took the bed sheets off. Had them ready there. I said to myself, when I finish this can of cider, I'm gonna tie that the yoke around, and I'm just gonna end it. Remember Top of the Pops years ago?
Yeah.
Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Remember Top of the Pops Christmas Day?
Yeah.
I was standing at the wall ready to run and go out that window. Remember, especially for you.
So, Coyle Donovan,
And Jason Donovan.
Yeah.
Remember that song?
Yeah.
And I'm going. And all of a sudden I start roaring and crying. And I'm wondering, why am I crying? And then I heard a little voice telling me, you don't need to kill yourself.
No.
You don't need to kill yourself. Because I have something special for you. And I know today, some people might think it's strange. I know that was God telling me that I'm with you. I'm with you. Even when you're out there. Even when I was out there telling you my addiction. Even when I was out there in prison in the madness. He was still with me.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's
that's
mad.
Powerful.
Yeah.
You know, that's a took the step then. You went in and you got delivered from addiction.
Yeah.
So what take us through a little bit since you got better there.
Got better.
How was life then?
Look,
you've ups and downs.
Everyone does, Per. I'm not going to come here and tell you that my life is rosy and I don't go through anything and everything's great in my life. Otherwise I'd be lying. You know, life hits. Life hits, Terry, and sometimes when it hits unexpected. You know the sort of way it hits you unexpected, but after I graduated to home, I eventually ended up going in and running the rehab.
Right.
So I was running the rehab for 5 years, the men's rehab for 5 years. And I can honestly say to you tonight, Terry, that was the best 5 years of my life. And I wasn't getting paid. My family used to think of money. My family used to think I was mad. You bring people into your home, boy, that you don't even know. I'm doing it because someone done it for me. Someone gave me a chance. Someone trusted me in their home with their kids. So that's why I'm doing it to this person.
People don't understand.
They don't understand. They think, oh man, you're mad. You're mad bringing that guy into your home. Look at him smelling, stinking. That's the way your brother was. That's the way your brother used to be only 13 years ago. But I ran that home for 5 years, Terry, and I tell you one thing, you see men coming, you've seen it. You were there, Terry, you see men coming in all messed up, all strung out. And then all of a sudden you see them 3 weeks later. Brand new, in a nice...
Glowing.
In
a short and toy.
Some mother.
Short and toy.
Yeah. Some mother dropped her son off at the home. And she says to me, Jerry, when do you think I'll be able to come to church? I said, leave for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. She came to church. About 4 weeks later. Jerry, I went, how are you? She says, where's my son? I said, there he is up there at the altar. She went, where? I called him, said his name was Mark or something. Mark! Looked around, she went, that's not my son. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. That's not my son. What have you done with my son? I called them over. She went, because this guy came in with that. After being on the street for 10 years. All messed up. All needing marks in his hand. All messed up there. Another girl came in. She went through a rough time when we eventually ended up finishing the men's home. We went on to run a women's home. You know, I don't want to mention it online, but she came in and she went through madness at the start. Other girls used to come into the rehab and get their kids straight away. Within 2 or 3 weeks, get their kids. And they'd be coming up a Sunday and she'd be going back in the car crying. And then she'd say to me when we go back to the house, Jay, why isn't that happening to me? I said, because you're not ready yet. You're not ready. Just give them time. Give them time and give you back your kids. Now she has her kids back in her life. She's married. Married. And this was a girl that was out there all messed up. All strung out. And now even when I see her today, she'll say to me, I always remember what you told me. When I was going through it, when I was just about to leave, even when I had my bags packed one day and you came back, why were you crying? I said, because I knew I was ahead of you. I knew once you leave, you're going to get worse. Many times have we had people that, in addiction, that have had the chance, left and went, and what happened? You get that phone call, don't you? Many phone calls have you got over the years to tell you to say, look at, you heard about so-and-so.
And that's why I try to share
and you're doing deadly.
Some people's, stories, their backgrounds, just a bit of wisdom. So out there to say, listen, it's not good when you're trapped driving and you start messing around and that stuff. But I know you a long time, and I I know what you've been through a little bit, but I used to see it in town, and you'd be always helping someone. You'd pull me if I ever walked past it. Like, you'd pull me.
Yeah, I know.
You know, just to chat. You're always out there and trying and knocking on doors and, you know, inviting people here, go there, do this, you know.
I feel it's that's my life mission now, Terry. You know, and I'm not saying that out of pride, and I'm not saying that out of arrogance, but look at here. My God, the mess that I was saved from.
Yeah.
You know, how dare me walk by someone that's on the streets homeless.
Yeah.
And not even say hello to them.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of way.
It's different as well, I think. So it took you probably a while when you were on the streets to click with that go back there. You know what I mean? It takes certain people, they have to hit that rock bottom point. Rock bottom. Sometimes, because not everybody wants that, you know, to get up and change. But I suppose that's a way out there helping, and, you know, you're out with the Liberty Super all the time. You're doing great. Yeah, look at here. There's always hope. Yeah, it's great. There's always hope. As you said earlier on, Terry, look, if people take the steps to getting clean. Yeah. There's so many places out there now. It's not like when we, Terry. No. When we tried to get clean years ago, there was only one methadone clinic. Yeah. There wasn't even a needle exchange. Yeah. In Dublin, we all used to have to use after each other. Yeah. But now there's so many services out there that you can connect with, that you can get involved with, even if you don't want to go into rehab. There's lots of different things now. There's walking, running, swimming, there's NACA, all do great work. All do great work. Yeah. All do great work. Yeah. There's loads. There's day programs. If you don't want to go to a rehab, there's day programs out there that will help you through the first couple of weeks. Yeah. You know, your sponsor ring you every day. You're okay. No, I feel like you're I'm coming to you. Yeah. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah. We'll be there in 5 minutes. They're the sort of people we need. Yeah. They're the sort of people you need in your life, because if you're going through a situation and you ring up someone and say, I'll meet you tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be too late, mate. Yeah. I need it today. I need you to come and meet me today. Because if you don't come and meet me today, I'm going to throw away 12 months of clean time that I've just fought for. Yeah. Well, you hit the nail on the head. You need to listen and hear, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, very good, Jerry. And I'd see you today. You were saying, you know, you're always out there. You're doing great work with the Super. Yeah. I think it going forward, it'd be good to see more, wouldn't it? Terry, we need more. It's not enough. No, it's not enough. It's not enough. Don't get me wrong, Terry. There's places out there that do absolutely amazing work. Amazing work. Yeah. But if I'm someone that's strung out, that's all addicted, and I need to go somewhere today or tomorrow. You know that sort of way. I need it. Yeah. You know that sort of way. Come on. Come into the rehab. Come in here, but there's right now at the moment there is. But you have to be careful as well, Kerr. Yeah. You have to be careful. The people that are taking in, you have to do a background check on them. Yeah, you have to change. Yeah, it's not. Remember years ago? Yeah. Rack and stack. What do we used to call it? Rack and stack, mate. Get in the van. There was a time that was in our rehab. We had 30 people. Yeah. So we used to go down, you know, to places and come on, we take it. Yeah. Come on. And, you know, but you couldn't believe it. Yeah. You couldn't believe it. If we were driving home, even sometimes we were driving home from church, and we seen someone on the side of the road, we'd stop the van, I'd run out and get talking to them, and cup of tea, you alright, mate, you want to go to a rehab? Yeah, when do you want to go? I want to go now. So you're telling me you want to go now? Okay, I'll go back to the van, send 2 boys over, pick them up off the ground, and the man be going, what's going on here? You said you wanted to go. You said you wanted to go to a rehab. It was like we were hijacking them off the street, kidnapping them. But you know, we saved a lot of lives that way, Karen. Yeah, but nowadays the obstacles, but it'd be good to see the places to be able to bring them up. That's in the future. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Well, it's great what you're doing there, and hopefully, more things will come from it.
Yeah.
And more,
Can I just congratulate you on the work that you're doing?
Yeah, thanks, sir.
On the podcast, because I know the background you come from, mate.
Yeah.
I know the craziness that you come from. To see you sitting across, I'm lucky you can see, I'm well enough here even now, mate. To see you sitting across from me, clean, and doing good, and getting the message out.
Trying.
No, you're not trying, you're doing it. Getting the message out to other people. You don't have to do it.
No.
You have other things to be doing over Friday night, but yet you choose to come in here over Friday night to do your podcast, to let people know that if you need help, get in contact with us and we'll get you somewhere.
Yeah.
So fair play to you, fair play to you, mate.
Thanks for that. It's like you, Jerry. I've come from similar stuff, addictions and madness, and
I think you were a little bit madder than me now telling the stories I hear. I was like a little altar boy compared to you.
It's like what you said. You want to give back because you've come from that. And you deliver from many addictions, and it's just to try to say you can do it. That is how you will be able to do it.
It's amazing that we're getting used as bridges now. My life is like a bridge.
Yeah.
I stand in between two rivers, pull myself over and tell you, man, cross over.
Yeah.
Cross over, because on the other side is freedom.
You'd love to do it for some of them, but
it's up to them. It's up to them at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But if me personally, if I have the choice today to choose between drugs or getting my family back, there's only one choice I'm making, and that's getting my family back.
Of course.
That's sort of way we go out on the streets, as you said, with Liberty Soup running. The amount of hopelessness out on the streets, down at these places down the road.
It's only when you point it out and show people, other people wouldn't know. It's only
don't
that
know.
you get a glimpse of it.
It's amazing when we talk to people that we think this is what they were. They were born for.
Yeah.
You hear someone saying, well, my dad was like this and my granddad was like this and this. No, you don't. Get your backside above the ground and come with me now and walk into town and I'll go onto a phone or ring a couple of rehabs, and if they want you over, we'll actually pay for you. You what? Yeah, we'll pay for you to go over. And we won't only pay for you to go over, we'll go and get new clothes to put in a suitcase for you to get you over there, mate.
But that's another thing, what we're saying here as well. For Ireland, we should have these places.
We have to.
Here.
Yeah, the facility.
We're Ireland, you know what I mean? We're not.
Yeah, you're right there.
We should have a lot of places where we can say, Dublin, Meath, Kildare, boom, boom, boom. If it's not
Galway, Limerick, Cork. Yeah, there should be.
You know what
you're
I mean?
right, mate.
We shouldn't have to send people to different countries. We're very...
I'm going to be outside to tell you, that's a good thing you said. I think the day is coming.
Yeah. Okay.
The day is coming where we're not going to have to send their sons and daughters away. Where they're not going to see their family for 6 to 9 to 12 months. The days are coming when someone rings you, tell you I need help. Okay, there's a place in Cork. Do you want to go? Okay, Terry, when can I go? You're going tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
You hear the phone hitting the ground.
Yeah.
People ring me. Yeah, what do you mean tomorrow? Yeah. You want help? Yes or no? Are you serious about this?
You open 10 minutes.
Yeah, man. Where are you now? I'm at Connolly Station. Okay, you know what? I'm coming to you. Gonna book you a ticket on the train, and we're gonna get you down to that rehab tonight. And I believe, well, that's coming back. I believe them days are coming back. I believe them because I there's rumours in the grapevine that there's 1 or 2 places that are going to be springing up soon where people don't have to go to. Why can't people go to America?
Yeah.
Why can't people go to Germany?
Yeah.
Because there wasn't the facilities here. There was the facilities, but let's be honest, Terry, the waiting time was a little bit too much. And these people were at the stage where, we don't go tomorrow. I'm gonna.
You won't see me again.
You won't. No, that you won't. Mightn't see me. You won't see me.
Well, that's what I miss that. I miss that. I have to say it again. We're Ireland. We have a lot going on.
Yeah.
If people pull together and get things going. Every county, places like that should be there. Yeah. And that's what I've been through the same road as you. I know what it can do. You know what I mean? And not only the place we were in, other places that work for other people. Have them here as well.
Yeah.
But bang, you don't want to go there. There's different place. Go there.
Yeah, I believe them
They
days.
should be in.
Yeah, well, hey, I believe you, me. I believe this. Them days are coming.
Yeah.
Them days are coming
Yeah.
where young kids, sons and daughters, don't have to go away. Go to Belfast. Go down to Limerick.
Amen.
Go down to Cork. We have 3 places we're working with in Galway. Do you want to go down to Galway? You know, no more going over the waters.
It's not even that. Some people need to go.
But the ones that need, send them.
Yeah.
But the ones that really don't need,
yeah,
we'll keep you here.
Exactly.
We look after
that choice.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice there. You're right. Yeah.
I suppose that it's great to have Mitchell there. It's great catching up.
No, thanks for asking me to come over. Honestly.
Yeah.
Once we can get the message out that there is hope.
Yeah, we're going to keep banging this.
There is hope, Terry, because you know what? We know there's people looking at this right now that are struggling. Yeah. And they're battling with that addiction. Yeah. And they've tried before. Yeah. Once, twice, 3 times, and it hasn't worked. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Go again.
Get back up.
Go again.
Get back up. Because you're going to find that place that when you walk through the doors, it doesn't matter where it is, what rehab it is, you're going to find that place and you're going to go, I'm home. I'm home. I'm going to give this the best shot that I can ever give. And there's people out there that right now even that are looking at your podcast that maybe even struggling with suicide that we struggled with. Yeah. And we're here to tell them that there is light at the end of the tunnel. That there is hope. Don't give up. Reach out to Terry. Reach out to Jessica. Reach out. There's loads of places out there. Peace to help. There's loads of places out there that can help you. And go for it. Yeah. The old saying, once a drug addict, always a drug addict. No. Well, look at the 2 of us. Yeah. Look at the 2. We are here. Look at the 2 of us. That's a lie. Yeah. That's a lie. There is hope for you, young lady, and there is hope for you, young man. Get in contact with Terry and he'll sort you out. Good man, Terry.